So, I love VIVIDSTASIS. It's been like around a week since I beat the original game, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who feels this way when they first beat the game. It has resulted in me having over 50 hours in the past 2 weeks. VIVIDSTASIS is a hybrid between a visual novel and also a rhythm game. However, to just simply call it a rhythm game would be a massive disservice. Honestly, this game is so underrated. It's been a few years since I've seen more of like the bigger rhythm game content creators talk about this game. But honestly, I think this game has been better than ever than it has been since those years since. I mean, if you just happen to stumble across this video and who've never played rhythm games, I think this is a perfect gateway to try them. VIVIDSTASIS is very accessible for both newcomers who've never tried rhythm games, as well as your seasoned 4K rhythm gamer. 4 difficulties, like beginner, middle, finale, and encore, and the numbers go as how difficult they are. And it's great. That means with a huge spread of charts, anyone who've never played the rhythm game before can play it. VIVIDSTASIS has a huge line of original artists composing original songs for the game. And they really grew on me. As you kind of like go along the story, you're like, okay, some of these kind of slam. The game also has gimmicks. Well, I'm gonna call them gimmicks. They can be super minor or they can go absolutely insane. The visuals and overall aesthetic of the game, I really like. It has truly left a lasting impact on me with so many different types of like genres and mediums, all kind of culminating together to the ultimate Christmas package. And truly, it's redefined what a game means to me. I think the biggest selling point for me when it comes to VIVIDSTASIS is the story. And don't worry, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but the TLDR without really saying anything is just, there is so much personality. It's just radiating off this game. I love the art, I love the backgrounds, and I just love the storytelling between all the characters. As the episodes kind of go on, there's so much that's built onto them where you really kind of like feel each of the characters as you go along. Along like the drama and mysterious around it though, there's so many wholesome moments. There's also Yuri. I love Yuri. And there's a lot to be learned from these characters. Good life advice you can generally learn from these characters. It starts off pretty slow and simple and you're probably just gonna ask, well, what makes it so special? But then you'll get to
and then things start to hit.
There is so much action and questions as the story develops that you're dying to figure out what happens next. But yet, you can't necessarily speedrun it because along the way there are charts to be played, like refill your batteries and stuff like that, as well as puzzles. During that time, you know, it kind of just gets you thinking and just like fully immersed in the atmosphere of what VIVIDSTASIS has to offer. Fiction, non-fiction, and like sci-fi, and just all this kind of combining into just like a clusterfuck where it's like, what is happening? And on top of that, the length is seriously impressive. You are not gonna be able to just beat this game in like 10 hours or like 2 days. This is a game to truly enjoy. Take your time. So pace yourself. Dude, I didn't even... Piece of shit. So before talking about the gameplay, I want to provide my overall experience when it comes to like me playing rhythm games. So for me, I typically play arcade dance games, pump it up. My experience with 4K was always there, not like extremely prevalent. I played Mania, a little bit of Eterna and FFR, but aside from that, I wasn't exactly extremely skilled at them. And for me, I always found the replay value of them, or just overall gameplay to them, to be kind of stale over time. You have different types of patterns, but it kind of got the same for me at some point. Just fingers go fast, right? However, I'd like to say that VIVIDSTASIS has a really unique take on 4K games, and that they can either be blue or red on your left hand or your right hand. And how you would approach them, you can hit them with either finger, you can alternate between them, you can single tap them. It's very similar to like a Taiko big note where you can just choose to use 1 finger, 2 fingers, etc. and just fully alternate. And I think for that, it makes the game just so much more life. It adds so much more flavor. There's a lot more patterns and adds a depth of layer of reading complexity. And for that, I think even more beginner charts, a lot more engaging. It also features hold notes. Hold notes, or LNs as they're called. What I like about the hold notes in VIVIDSTASIS is that there are a lot of charts that have a lot of tech that feels similar to Osumania, but it doesn't feel nearly as punishing. Hold notes do not have let go timings, meaning you don't have to immediately release your finger at the end of the hold note, which just makes it feel a lot more friendly, I guess. You can still release out of a hold and still keep your combo. You'll get it good, but you'll still retain a full combo, which holds will still give you like the max judgment as long as you were to hit them on time. So for me, it just allows for a balance between both worlds. You can still have your tech while it doesn't feel nearly as frustrating to play with. And speaking of balance, VIVIDSTASIS has a pretty wide hit window of where you can hit notes accurately, which makes it feel so like you don't have to play extremely like tightly compared to like other games that are so keen on being fully accurate. It still has ways of max scoring. Scores are out of 1,000,000, 10,000 points. There's a max crit, critical, great, goods, and misses. And the max crits are where you can really try to maximize your scores as much as possible. So it's great for casual play when you're just trying to just hit the notes and you can just get mostly all crits, maybe some goods and greats here and there. But then as well as if you really want to like maximize your scores, get all crits and things like that. So I think that's, again, great hybrid between having flexibility and tightness for seasoned and non-seasoned rhythm game players.
What the fuck, 17?
Now, I do have some complaints about VIVIDSTASIS, mainly with a few minor nitpicks. Again, I've played this game so much and I still love this game. Originally starting out when I wasn't nearly as good, I would say, I was kind of stuck between the middle and the finale difficulty, especially for some parts of the game where it like had like boss songs where you had to pass certain songs with like a harder gauge or like a life bar. And times were like, yeah, okay, this felt like it was doable, like in my comfort zone. Or felt like this is just way too difficult, but then the previous difficulty would be way too easy for me. What's nice about the game is that it has like a way to like disable the judge if you're like struggling too much, but maybe just have it so, you know, it's not as punishing or something like that, instead of just being like you want to fully disable it. I don't know. To me, that would have been nice. I think the story mode should definitely have like a message log. A lot of visual novels have like ways to like check like the previous like text messages that were said. That's useful because for me there was times where I accidentally skipped the message and then I had to replay the entire thing. The game should tell you that you can hold control to skip cutscenes or kind of go faster. Again, if I had to play a boss song and I died, I had to go through the entire cutscene all over again. It wasn't until like the very ending of the game where I figured out you can skip the cutscene. So that would have made retrying Clarda really nice. And last, the game is usually stable. I've had like 5 or so crashes when I was playing the game. Oh yeah, you can't change increments of like 0.5 in the scroll speed glass, but like I know this is like really integral to the story mode, but like this game is really cryptic and I love that. But I also, for like, you know, playing it, it was also like, damn, this game has a shit ton of puzzles and ARG elements. And I mean a lot. A lot. Some of them are fine, while most of them for me were like, how was I supposed to figure it out? And I know I'm not the most impatient or most intelligent person. There are people that like it has like a lot of math or just like a lot of like things to just like replay. And I know that's like what makes part of the identity and part of the game, right? But some of these, man, they put like Castlevania 2 to shame, man. And on top of that, when you want to like look up the answers or guides, the game has been like updated throughout time. There's like pre 3.0 and like where we are now, like the versions 5 onwards, where it's like the stable / full release of the game, I would say. Episode names are changed. Guides can be outdated. There are hints, but then sometimes they don't work. So I have to like kind of bounce in between. I wanted to replay this game. I feel like I would still struggle. Even when I looked up the answer, I saw times where I couldn't even figure out the answer, so that I just had to rely on the Discord server and ask people for help, which I'm not sure if that's functionally flawed as a game, but it's something to be wary of, especially if you're not mentally prepared for that, because for someone who's never really did ARGs or puzzles, I thought it was super cool, but I also was like, this game kind of takes it to 2 and 11. So yeah, make sure when you play this game to join their Discord server, and as well as enabling hints in the game, because you're gonna need them. In conclusion, VIVIDSTASIS might genuinely be the best game I've ever played. It's not even a game, it's an entire experience. There are a few games that I feel like leave me with this lasting impact where I want to talk about it or do more with the game and what it has for the players. I felt this way with Cave Story. I felt this way with Celeste. But never has it really taken me like this far, I feel like. Or maybe it's just new freaking meds I'm taking. The replay value is extremely high. I have already 100% of this game through Steam achievements. But yet there are so many more secrets and things that I've still yet to do in game. Story mode and just like things to explore in game. There's just things I haven't done still 100%. Like now like I'm more like in like the rhythm game phase. Like now I'm like, okay, I want to like actually improve myself, like improve my VIVIDSTASIS ability, up my rating. Stage courses you can pass, which are pretty similar to like Osumania Dawn courses. It's a different way of like kind of pushing your limits, which I really appreciate as a Pump It Up player. There are new community contests. There's also the story that will continue in 2026. The main story is done, I'm pretty sure, but like there's like things on top of that continue it, which I'm a sucker for the story, man. I want more, but this game has so much love, like, and it's for free. How can something like this be possibly free? I would genuinely pay $100+ for this. I don't think any dollar amount can like contribute the amount of emotion, the feelings and positivity I felt with this game. And it's just such a shame to me that literally this game is so underrated. This game is so underrated. In fact, you can't even put this game on your completion list or like display achievements, which is so stupid because I think it's like Steam discoverably. And bro, I would so buy merch of this game, bro. Please, bro. If I can't pay for this game, at least release merch. I would buy it, bro. Because the art style and everything with this game and the characters is just peak. The bottom line with this video is play VIVIDSTASIS. I want you to play the game and I want you to beat the story because it's unlike anything I've ever played before. And I can go on and on about this game. And I guarantee you by the time I finish this video, there would be more things I want to say. But those new things are things and feelings I want you to find. I've talked long enough. Play VIVIDSTASIS now.